Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here today with John Helens. Hi, John.
Hi, Hank. Thanks. Nice to be here.
And Paul Nordell. Hi, Paul.
Yes. Hi. Good to be here.
And Paul, you're with the Adopt a River program.
That's correct.
And we're out here on the beautiful Otter Tail River today, getting ready to do a leisurely cruise. And what are we going to look for, John?
We're going to look for garbage to pick up and get out of the river because we want it to be clean.
And so right now we have two other crews out on the river. We have 16 people further up from Triglav Farm here. And we will be putting in 6 people here, and they will be going on down 3 miles around Frazee and cleaning up trash that's in the river, trying to make it a better place and keep our river clean. How long ago did the Adopt a River program start, Paul?
It began in 1989 under the governorship of Rudy Perpich.
And it's come a long way since then.
It really has. We've removed over 6.2 million pounds involving 90,000 people and over 3,000 cleanups.
And now, John, how are you involved in the program?
I'm chair of a new Citizens Advisory Committee on the Water Trails program that tries to help get annual cleanups on rivers as much as we can, that helps local groups become friends of their river environments, and helps just celebrate the water trails around the state, of which there are 32 segments of rivers, and Lake Superior also has a water trail on it. So it's a bunch of I'm retired. It's half of us are retired and half of us are people that just love rivers and want to see them clean and be used by the public for recreational enjoyment.
Well, I would think Lake Superior would be quite interesting. It's probably a little colder than the Otter Tail, though.
Yes, and it's getting colder all the time as we sit here in the bright sunshine.
Any final comments, Paul, on the project?
Well, it's a great opportunity for us to come from St. Paul to support all the local partnerships for treasuring this resource, the Otter Tail River.
Well, I appreciate you all being here today. And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Lutke, and I'm here today with Eric Reed. Hi, Eric.
How's it going, Hank? Good to see you.
Same here. Now, Eric, you're with the DNR,
Yep.
Trails and Waterways.
Parks and Trails Division, and I coordinate the state water trails system.
And that's why you're here, because you're going to be on part of the state water trail system again today.
That's right. Last time I was here was for the ribbon cutting for the Otter Tail River becoming a state water trail, which you organized. Thank you. And we're very happy to be here today, but it's kind of a good news, bad news scenario. I'm going to give you the bad news first. The area up around Rochert is one of the most polluted areas of river that I know of in the state. And I see a lot of rivers in the state. And so that's why we're here. We're here to help support local efforts like Mayor Ludke is organizing here, and Sheriff Shannon is supporting, and a lot of community members are going to be involved in. And so that's the good news, is that the locals are taking charge and really cleaning up this stretch of river.
Well, and I know, when you get a few hundred tubers on the river day after day after day, you're bound to have pollution.
That's right. And when we had this river surveyed and mapped, our surveyors estimated that over the 4th of July weekend, this is a few years ago now, they estimated 7,000 people on the river in that Rochert tubing stretch. And so, yeah, there's bound to be garbage, and there's necessarily then cleanups. And I think that the real key is to get the users, the people who are in the inner tubes, to pick up after themselves. When they don't, then it falls on the community and the vendors.
Yeah, and that makes it rough, and I understand the recreational aspect, but yes, if you're going to use the recreational facilities that are provided, you need to ensure that you're cleaning up after yourself, because I'm not here to wipe your butt.
Good. This stretch of water is some of the prettiest water in the state too. That's the other good news piece. Is It's crystal clear water. This can be a recreational mecca, and having trails coming through here and water trails coming through, it's really going to drive economic development and recreation, and it's a good thing for the community.
Well, and that's what we realize here too. You know, economic development does not necessarily mean a big box factory here of some kind. It means people coming and recreating and enjoying the beauties of Minnesota.
That's right. And I really want to point to John Helland, who you interviewed earlier, and Wayne Sames, our vice chair, is also here for the Water Trails Advisory Committee. That group is here to help groups like the Otter Tail Kayak and Canoe Club and any other group around the state that's interested in getting active around rivers. So hats off to volunteers in general, and thank you, Hank, and thanks to the sheriff for pulling this together.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.